Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 5th to the 11th of February. So let's dive in, let's see what's going on for you guys, alright? Alright, let's see, please, Spirit, for Pisces for the week ahead. You ready? Let's start with your overall energy this week is coming up with the Three of Wands. So there's something that you are waiting for, whether it is certain results, a manifestation of yours. The Three of Wands represents a card where we have already sent energy out of what we desire. We put the work into something. We've done all that we can in a situation, basically, and we're just waiting for something to come back. So whether it is literally results, information, communication, or, waiting for the universe to do their end of the bargain when it comes down to manifestation. This could be something that is going on for you currently. Let's clarify the Three of Wands, the Strength card, Leo energy. What is it that Pisces is waiting for? The Nine of Swords. This is interesting because clearly something is making you a bit nervous. Like, that is the word coming through, nerves. Something's making you nervous, something's keeping you up at night, something's keeping you thinking. The Nine of Swords is literally a card of, I would say, overthinking, but take that with a pinch of salt, basically, because it just feels like this is something that is worrying you, troubling you. You're kind of waiting for probably some strength in a situation or for a strong outcome. That means to me that something is going on when it comes down to your foundation. So this can literally be in the home. I always see that as the foundation. Your work life, for example. Maybe it's about a relationship because it's something that is in your foundation. Something that if that was to go wrong, would really shake up your world, basically. That's what I mean by foundation. So Nine of Swords, feeling overthinking, not being able to sleep, all right, worried about something. Something's making you nervous. Let's see what this might be. What's your challenge for the week? King of Pentacles. It could be in relation to your career or your finances coming through here. All right, your challenge is this King of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign or someone in your job, for example, because this is someone who has a lot of who puts a lot of importance on their material wealth or their materialistic things. So this could be you worried about your stability, your finances, your home, your assets, your stream of income, for example. Maybe there's something there that's worrying you. Or somebody is posing themselves as a challenge. Maybe someone's not keeping up with their end of the bargain, basically. Someone might not be paying you, or someone might be refusing to give you something. Let's clarify. What's the King of Pentacles? The Page of Swords. The Ace of Cups reversed. Okay. When the Ace of Cups comes in, something is a little bit unrequited. Okay, someone's not giving something. Like, it is more about like a delay in an emotional beginning. Page of Swords. Some of you, someone that you were in a past relationship with could be a bit of an issue because, again, they're not doing something that they said that they would do or that they should be doing. I'm sensing a little bit of injustice coming through for you guys this week when it comes down to, again, work, relationships or whatever. Page of Swords is usually someone who does a lot of deep research, a little bit of like an investigator. Could be potentially someone who is keeping an eye on you, who could be a little bit jealous or intimidated by you. It's coming from a triggered place with this Page of Swords. Ace of Cups. For some of you as well, if it's not all of those things, this is very ambiguous. I'll be honest. There's a lot of different examples. So all my Pisces are going through a lot of different things. For some of you, this King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups reverse, and Page of Swords could potentially be the fact that your challenge is to not place your self-worth with how much money you make or how much money that you have. And that could be potentially a bit of a lesson coming through with whatever it is that you're experiencing, is that a lot of you are denying your self-love or denying yourself self-care or whatever it is. Like, it's more to do with giving it to yourself because you don't earn enough, you don't have the right things. Like, just be careful that you're not determining your worth on how much materialistic stuff that you have, okay? Your big house doesn't determine how deserving you are of love, or how deserving you are of giving love to yourself or self-care. Again, it might not be to do with your external, but it almost feels like you guys might unintentionally be blocking yourself off from emotional stuff just because your materialistic stuff is not adding up or the way that you want it to be. So for some of you, could be, I don't know if that could be you, that could be someone around you. Someone's almost denying an emotional experience and good things. Ace of Cups is a good thing, but it's almost being denied because something doesn't look quite right yet, or someone's not quite ready because they need all this other stuff first. Like, just be careful that you're not doing that to yourself. Anyway, let's move away from that. It's a tricky message. I don't know why I'm struggling nowadays with tarot. It's like tarot readings, because it's like, I don't know, it's becoming a little bit there's a lot of examples, I guess. It's general readings. All right, let's see. When it comes down to what you're being asked to focus on, is the Wild card. New beginnings, a new cycle is coming in for you guys. This is what you're being asked to focus on, is the fact, I think a lot of you, because Pisces, you are intuitive anyway, this is potentially what this Three of Wands is in your current energy. You're waiting for something new, a new chapter, a new start. You can probably sense it coming, and maybe that's something that worries you, is because you're really ultimately really desiring some strength or a strong foundation. The Wild card is what I've just been saying. A new start, new chapter, fresh, clean slate. Let's clarify. The Knight of Cups. This could potentially be in terms of your feelings and emotions. Here, the Knight of Cups can be, if it's someone outside of yourself, an emotional offer. So this could be a date. This could be someone expressing their feelings to you. Usually the Knight of Cups is someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. Someone who is a little bit of a sucker for romance. This is your card though, Pisces. So for some of you, it could be you. What you're being asked to focus on is your emotional, well-being, and your relationships, if you are in any, or your future relationships. Okay, like making sure that you're not denying that emotional experience does seem to be a bit of a key theme here. Now, for others of you, if it's not to do with relationships, like specifically romantic or platonic ones, the Knight of Cups is also my card of, again, like vulnerabilities. And it's sometimes about putting yourself in a vulnerable position, vulnerable emotions, before you can get to the other side, the end goal. Basically, I always use this the same example for this, because I worry that some people aren't, understanding what I'm saying. And it's sometimes you have to go through that really tricky emotional thing first. Apologies for my dishwasher in the background, but say you want to be a public speaker, for example, you have to go through those uncomfortable moments before you can become like a really good motivational speaker or whatever, public speaker. Same with any kind of it feels like you have to get through this threshold of emotions that are uncomfortable and cause you to be very vulnerable and open to anything before you can then move forward onto much stabler grounds. Like imagine usually there is like a river stream in the background of the Knight of Cups, and I always say you kind of have to go through those emotions before you can then get onto the land, and feel safe and secure again. So that is basically what I'm trying to say to you. So let's move forward, my lovely angels. So the new beginning is almost when you go through those difficult emotions, when you're open, when you're vulnerable to yourself, when you're recognizing maybe the emotional challenges that you're going through, when you are recognizing that in order to get to stable grounds, you have to do something uncomfortable. That's when this new cycle comes through. All right, so your recent past is showing up as the Ace of Cups. What? Love. This is telling me that there has been in your recent past a new emotional beginning. This could be that you've met someone really amazing, and where there's a lot of unconditional love in this connection. For some of you, this is just an energy that you've been giving to yourself. This is good, but it feels like this week you are being challenged with this because you might be putting your love or your emotions on hold because of something to do with your finances or your stability. All right, let's clarify the Ace of Cups. The Hanged Man, Piscean energy. You also have, I think that's the Seven of Pentacles. This is telling me that you guys have been really working on yourself. Again, if it is a relationship, it's probably one that you've been in for a little while now with the Seven of Pentacles. But again, outside of relationships, I will say The Hanged Man, as you may know, is a Pisces card, is about looking at things in a different perspective. Like, you got this new emotional beginning through seeing things differently. Like, this does feel like a bit of like an awakening of some sorts that you guys have been doing whilst working on yourself. The Hanged Man represents the fact that maybe your environment was a little bit stagnant, but through that stagnation, you learned something very important when it comes down to your emotional well-being, how much time and energy you're giving to yourself, or, you know, maybe it's the inner work that you're doing deep down, like the shadow work, if you wish. And bringing a lot of love into the situation. Like, that is very good. It's a very good energy to have. The way that you see yourself or loved yourself changed recently. But this week, something might be triggering you, and it's kind of triggering what you recently learned. That could be potentially someone coming back into your life who didn't give you this. All right, now they're coming in, and the universe is trying to see, are you going to accept that again? Are you going to accept it in reverse, or are you going to keep with the upright? Are you going to deal with are you going to choose unconditional love for self and knowing your worth and knowing how much you deserve when it comes down to love? Or are we going to accept and open ourselves up to things that are not unconditional, you know? And that doesn't have to be just to do with a person. It can also be, again, a way of treating yourself. Are you only going to love yourself conditionally depending on how much money you make or what your life looks like in your surroundings? Or are you going to, regardless of how things look or how you look or how life is going, are you going to still give that love to yourself? Like, that's the energy I'm sensing here. Anyway, let's keep going. Your strengths this week will be the 9 of Wands, not giving up. All right, this is, again, kind of being on guard, guarding yourself, protecting yourself, and protecting the things that you have clearly worked on in the past. This is a wounded warrior vibe, so this is saying, again, you have been through a lot in your life. There has been a lot of things that have been thrown your way and in your direction. All right, this does pose as a bit of, you've been through a lot of challenges. That wolf down there is a little bit of a conflict, all right? And it's something, dealing with something that has been quite challenging. So the 9 of Wands says that last fight, that last push is really going to help change something, because it goes to the 10, which means an ending of a chapter and getting ready for a new beginning. So let's just clarify that for you. Your strength is to keep fighting and to keep pushing. Like, you're really almost there to get rid of something that's been quite challenging for you, or to fight for something that you've been working really hard towards. And again, 10 of Pentacles, stability. All right, that family, that community. 10 of Pentacles is an abundance. All right, it's financial wealth, an inheritance. It's it could be financial, but because of that King of Pentacles, it can also be, again, to do with the things that are tangible in life or the materialistic side of things. So something could be threatening a foundation. I am still sensing that message here. But I think you're going to be able to succeed above that challenge, whatever it is. Okay, because that 9 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles is that you're fighting for a dream. You're fighting for that legacy. You're pushing towards it. And that will be your strength, is to keep pushing, okay? Right, the next thing I have to say is your near future. The 9 of Swords. That's still an energy that you have been in. That worry, that doubt, those fears. Sleepless nights, maybe. Overthinking something. All right, let's see. 9 of Swords in the near future, please, for Pisces. 6 of Cups and 6 of Wands. That's interesting, actually, because 6 of Cups is a card of the past. It's nostalgia. You have the 6 of Wands as well, so maybe some, sixes might be important for you. 6 of Wands is a card of victory and success. So you are going to have victory and success, but something about the situation is quite traumatic. I will say that. But the 6 of Cups is going to be lingering in your mind, basically, if you keep thinking about it. Or, I think there is a little bit of needing to focus a little bit more on the fact that you've succeeded in something. But the fact that 6 of Cups is here in the 9 of Swords, whatever this is, was really challenging for you, or has been, or is. I don't know if it's about to happen, is happening. And that's the thing that you might be reminding yourself of, is the challenging aspect of it. The past is a bit haunting in the near future, to be honest with you. but you will succeed above it. Okay, Six of Wands is coming away from the Five of Wands, that conflict, that competition. Six of Wands is gaining victory, gaining attention, all right? Gaining recognition for what you've been going through in the past. But Nine of Swords, you're really thinking about it still in the near future. So we do readings in advance so that we can try our best to work on it now, so that some things can, of course, change. So if you're dwelling on the past, or again, kind of reminding yourself of really difficult situations, then it is, of course, going to react. Your body's going to react as if it's happening now, because your brain and your body doesn't really know the difference with time. That's time is a concept that we created, really. So if you're reliving it in your mind, you're going to have those kind of symptoms as if you're going through that currently. You're going to cry, you're going to, go through that anxiety or whatever it is. So just try not to do that too much. If you need to, of course, depending on your situation, speak to someone about it. Sometimes we just need to be heard in our pain, and that's why we kind of relive it in our heads, because we're almost reminding ourselves of what we've been through. There's a lot of different reasons why we do that, but again, make sure you're speaking to people. All right, in your feelings and emotions, Six of Cups again, that's nostalgia. You're feeling very nostalgic this week, very emotional with that card. This doesn't have to be anything bad with the Six of Cups. But you could be feeling quite sentimental, quite nostalgic. But because you have the Six of Cups in the future, again, it's something about missing the past or reminding yourself of the past. Clarify this card. Eight of Wands and the Chariot. Well, you guys want to move forward. You guys want to be back on track is what I want to say. You want to be on the right path. So Six of Cups coming through again. Maybe you felt like in the past things were okay, things were fine. Something has come up that's kind of shifted that, changed that for you. Or what you're being offered is not what you've set for yourself. I don't know. That does feel like this is you missing that past energy, the Ace of Cups, that self-love, that self-care, that epiphany, that awakening period that you went through. You can go back to that, by the way. Well, you can bring that energy into the future. You can't really go back to anything, can we? We can't time travel. But what we can do is go, okay, I really liked when I used to do that because that made me feel good. Okay, well, then bring that into your future. Don't miss the past. I mean, it's okay to miss the past, but just don't feel like you need to go back to it. The Eight of Wands is about moving forward. It's about communication, but it's mostly with the Chariot here. It's about things moving very quickly and things moving forward for you on the right track. By the way, the Chariot chases the stars, chasing your dreams. You're desiring that, but there is that nostalgic energy that could be posing a bit of an obstacle just a little bit here, because it's almost not letting you see the progress that you're making in the present, because you're comparing it or you're reflecting a little bit too much. Like this, you can learn from your past. There's nothing wrong with that, but just again, don't dwell on it too much. All right. In terms of your environment this week, you have the Seven of Cups, which is just a bit of confusion. All right. Again, this is more emotional stuff coming in for you because it is represented by cups. Seven of Cups is maybe not really being certain about the options in front of you. Maybe you can't see the options in front of you, or maybe, they don't feel fulfilling enough. Being clarified by the Five of Cups, disappointment. Again, another emotional card, maybe paying attention a little bit too much to the negatives or what's gone wrong and not enough on what options you do still have in your environment. Something does need to change in your environment. I don't know, again, if it's your job or if it's the people that you have around you, or if it's just the fact that you're just not feeling very happy with the things around you. Let's just clarify. The Ace of Wands, what you're needing is inspiration and creativity. Ace of Wands can actually represent that some of you will be moving. Some of you might actually be changing your job, for example, your career, because the Ace of Wands is like a new passion, a new hobby, a new way of expressing yourself. Will be very good for you. So if you're feeling lost right now, don't worry. You are going to have a new beginning in your environment. That's going to make you feel a lot better and a lot less emotional, to be honest with you. All right, another card just to give another overview is the Hanged Man, which is what we had in the past, in a time where you kind of appreciated it. Or what you're missing maybe is that more reflective side of yourself, that side of yourself that was more intuitive, for example. This does say that you're feeling a bit stuck and things are a bit stagnant for you. You do have a desire to move forward or to get back on track, like we've said. And I think things will clear out. Don't worry, this time is just temporary. These feelings are just temporary. but it really does depend on what we're focusing on. If we're still repeating the past and we're still comparing and we're not really actively changing anything, or looking into what we can do or what's coming next, or you get to create your own destiny. And of course challenges just come anyways, and they can definitely feel like they're going to change your whole life, or maybe they do. You can always get back on track. Okay, you can always feel more in control. You just have to look for that. Of course, I'm being very vague here because I don't know your situation, but it's just a reminder that sometimes we go through very temporary situations that can really make us feel like crap. You always, if you're looking for how can I control this, how can I feel more inspired, or what can I do, what can I change to feel more inspired, or feel more like I'm going somewhere that I want to go. If you're looking in that direction, you'll probably find an answer. If you're looking at the past and what it's done to you, or what's come as a blockage and what's stopping you from being on the right track, then you're going to find lots of reasons why. And what you focus on grows at the end of the day. So what we want to focus on if we're wanting to move forward and get back on track is solutions, not problems. All right, the Hanged Man is coming through the Lovers. All right, so it's to do with your choices. Your choices will come from a very enlightened part of yourself. Okay, so even being in this stuck situation, there could be a love interest here who is quite significant for you this week. All right, Pisces, but for a lot of you, this represents choice. Your choices. Making sure that you're looking at something from a different perspective here so that you can make the right choice. One that's led by your intuition. Alrighty, I do have some extra cards for you. This is a very long reading, I'm sure. Oh, no, not as long as I thought it was. It's just I got a little bit... feels like the message is not super clear for me as a reader because it's not giving me... Oh my god, alright, we'll let those come out. It's not like super... But maybe it's for someone out there, I don't know. You have bread, period of prosperity and abundance, alright? So if it's not now, it's something that's definitely coming into your life. Romance, celebration, and parties coming through for you, which is nice. Pay attention to your finances, which I think you are doing. You do have peace and harmony coming in, which is good news for you, so don't worry. Psychic ability, trust your intuition. And you do have this two-faced friend coming in, so just pay attention. Use your intuition if you feel like someone is not really who they say they are, as supportive as they are. I feel like for some of you, you're kind of seeing someone's true intentions a little bit here, so trust your gut instinct and take a step back. Don't get involved in someone that you feel is a little bit, should I trust them or not? Don't trust them then. Well, at least don't commit to anything with them if that's how you feel. Okay, just trust your gut. Alright, to my angels, so I love you guys, wish you all the best. I send you my love. Apologies if the reading is not up to your standard, Pisces. Maybe next week it will be. But please let me know if it resonated with you, because I would be very interested. I'd be very interested to know how it was, because I don't know. As a person looking at it, I was a bit confused, but maybe if you're going through it might make a lot of sense to you. Who knows? But anyways, I love you guys, wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time, alright?